Yo, 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 what's up? What's up with y'all today? Night. A night.
Yeah, what's up with you, Leash? How you doing today?
I'm good. Today's been interesting. This week has been interesting.
To say the goddamn least, man. It's been a crazy week, crazy day. But we back. We here. We outside with it. We trying to do things for y'all people, and we gonna do it. I like it. I like we're doing another podcast. That's cool. I mean, we've been kind of slacking a little bit, to be honest with you, but it's dope that we doing it. It's dope.
Yeah, because we normally shoot our podcast on Monday nights. I mean, no, Sunday nights. We
Sunday night.
committed on Sunday nights, and we try to release it on Friday night. So we've been pushing that back, shooting on different days. Like we both been feeling like we don't want to shoot a podcast with no energy.
Yeah, especially those
So
first few podcasts. We out here
yeah,
trying to, we got what, 5 people watching us right now. We
yeah,
trying to make sure that 5
yeah.
turns into 10, turns into 15, turns 20. So we trying to come with the right energy for y'all, and it's kind of crazy because I've been tired of shit the other past couple of days, working, getting to it, and then I get home at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I'm like, I gotta do a podcast right now. I don't know if I got the energy for a podcast right now, so. But we here. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
definitely
That's
how
dope.
I've been
It's
feeling.
Tuesday.
So
We here. We doing it, and I love it. So I mean, all in all, your week. I know we just said it's been tired, but like, any highlights from the week? Anything that kind of stood out? Give me your top. Give me your high this week and your low this week.
my high this week, actually, I am going back to school to get my MBA. A lot of people don't know. I already got my bachelor's in business technology, so I got that like maybe 2022, and I decided to go back to DeVry University. Shout out to them to get my MBA. You know, I'm more focused this go around.
That's dope. That's dope.
So for some
What do you
reason,
mean this go around? It's your second time trying? I don't remember you trying for
yeah, I didn't tell nobody. I kept that, between me and God. So I didn't,
That's what it's all
complete it.
about sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't complete it. So I ended up stopping it, and I wasn't in the right place. Now I'm in a, I feel like I'm in a determined space to get some shit done in my life, and
Oh, I like that.
I want to
Determined
get,
space.
I want to go back and get my MBA. I'm more focused on it right now, especially the type of
Now,
space that I'm in.
you're going back for NBA. I've always been trying to tell myself these last couple months, is trying to find the why. Why? Like, why are you going back right now? And why do you want to get your MBA?
To be
What's the
honest,
why?
my why is that I'm tired of struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel
Say it
like
again.
I'm a strong black independent female or whatever, and I feel like a lot of earlier choices I could have been better at, especially I am still fighting the case. I'm saying that because it's an authentic, like a real thing. So yeah,
Still fighting the case.
but it ain't a bad case. It's a simple case, but it's still the reason why I say and I bring it up is because that simple case makes it hard to do the simplest things.
Yeah.
And just because it's just as simple as running a background check. So that's why choices matter. Like I remember
Say it for the people in the back.
Tory Lane said something on his album like 0.12 seconds or 10 seconds of your life can change the rest of your life. And he's all about making choices. And my dad tells me that all the time. So my stupid choice cost is catching is costing me basic jobs where I should already have just because of my background, because I already have a bachelor's degree. But once they run that background check, it's hard to get jobs out there. So young people, anybody, y'all make better choices. Like I'm not saying my charge is bad because it's not. Like it's a misdemeanor, but that same misdemeanor is just very annoying.
It still affects you in some way.
Yeah, it does. Y'all,
especially for people that look like us. Especially for the
exactly.
melanated.
So
you know what I'm saying? So it's all about
make better choices.
No, I get that. I feel you. So that was your high. What was your low?
Yeah, so my low was probably
Or the high was the NBA.
yeah.
What's the low?
I really didn't have a low. I think the only thing I could say is if there's one thing I would want to change this week is having my next day certain.
Okay.
Sometimes there's a lot of uncertainty, and sometimes I would like to be certain of things. So I feel like I had a lot of moments of those that were very
Okay.
low.
I like that. You went a little more routine to it, kind of.
Yes,
A little more
yes.
structure.
Definitely, definitely,
Okay, but you're making
definitely,
it happen right now, especially when you're going to school, doing things like that.
definitely,
And like
definitely.
I said, so like when you go to school, what's the end goal after NBA? What are you trying to like? You know what you're trying to do with the NBA, or you're just trying to get it and then figure it out after that? Like, what's your?
I'm gonna figure it out while I'm in school. I don't want to get out and then figure it out while I'm in school and I'm taking these courses and I'm putting the work in. I want to definitely understand what I'm gonna do
That's dope.
while I'm in school. I definitely don't want to wait. I feel like I've done the waiting after I graduated. Like this degree right here, I waited after I got the degree to do stuff and I didn't do nothing with it. So I waited too long. Now I want to go back to school and do something else. So I said this go around.
Preach to the choir. I did nothing about
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to go get my MBA, and while I'm getting it, decide what I'm doing with it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it right now, but it's definitely gonna be something that's gonna be beneficial because I'm tired of going to school and it ain't showing no outcome. So
it. No, I feel that, man. That's dope though. I'm glad. I'm glad. So you, all in all, it's like you had a pretty good week.
yep,
You're making
yep,
some big changes in your life right now,
yep,
which is
yep.
dope. Congrats. I'm happy over you.
Speaking of congrats, he wants to talk about my week, but let's talk about my boys' weekend.
Oh yeah, I mean I had a pretty good week.
Tell the people why you had a good weekend.
I did a little something.
What you do? What you do?
I
Tell 'em.
proposed to my girl finally. I finally proposed to my girl after 3 years.
Oh,
I
that's
finally
dope.
did it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, she was
Congratulations.
I finally put a ring on it, made her an honest woman is what I told her. She was out
Okay.
here doing all the, not being an honest woman out here, living in sin. And I came in, I swooped in and made her an honest. That's what I do.
I would like to
So,
say she made him an honest man.
no, that's not how it works.
No, that
That's
is
not how it
exactly
works.
how
I
it
made her
is.
an honest woman by putting a ring on it. So all your niggas out there just know I put a ring on it.
All your hoes know now. There's no more hoes.
There never was hoes. Okay.
What? Man,
Let's not talk about
listen.
I'm about to be a married man.
That's the only reason why we're not going to talk
So
about it.
yeah,
Because I know
yeah,
your
it
hoeing
was
days.
pretty dope. I mean,
Yeah.
we went to kind of Wilmington's like our spot.
Okay, okay.
That's like one of our. This is one of our spots. When we first dated, um, honestly, like 2 or 3 weeks in, I was like, let's do a weekend in Wilmington. So it's kind of one of those places kind of dear to us. We've been trying to go. We never really had the time to go. And I was just like, fuck it. Let's just get up early, drive down there. Let's just spend the whole day on the beach and drive back. I had it all planned out. I had a lot of different things planned out. And honestly, they always say it's cliche to say you get nervous doing it. Like I had all these different things I wanted to say. I didn't even really want to say, will you marry me? I wanted to kind of like have a cool way of being like, blah, blah, blah. You're the blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the lad of my
In
heart
other
and my
words,
sweet.
in
And
other
I wanted to
words,
kind of like slightly slide on her finger. And it was just like when I got to the point, I was just like, will you marry me?
exactly.
Yeah, but
Sounding like a 12-year-old.
she didn't even get it all out before she even sorry, the thing is messing up a little bit, but she didn't even get it. I couldn't even get it all out before she said yes. So it was just like, so it was a whole thing. It's pretty dope. She recorded, she was recording something, and as she was recording, I was just like, got on one knee. So when she turned around.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to see that video. That's exclusive.
No, she didn't have. She was too busy. I'm alive.
Never
It
been
took a long
engaged.
time to find the right one, and I'm glad I did. So that was my high. That's definitely my high of the week.
That is really, really great.
Yeah,
Congratulations,
appreciate
man.
you, bro. Appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
Told you this man is on a mission. He's been doing real things. So your lows, what was one of them?
The only low I had was honestly, man, as you know, the family. Dealing with the fam, honestly, man. So like, just dealing with the family. We all have our family issues, and I get it. But like the journey that I'm trying to be on right now as a man, and I mean, I've been trying to do this for the last few years. Is I'm trying to find something I'm inspired in, do those things I'm passionate about. I'm trying to be a better man for obviously,
Of course,
the woman up there. So like, it's just certain things that I'm trying to do, and I'm not trying to have certain energy in your life. And I know it's family, and I get it, it's family, but like, you can't disrespect us and then expect respect back. That's
right,
the
right.
part I'm trying to let them understand. And the thing is, I think we just have like way too much like big feminine energy in our family,
Yeah.
and it's just like so much, and then like it just and it's they get why are you yelling at me, calling, saying stuff, and it's just like why are
Yeah.
we doing all of that? I didn't even say anything but set a boundary, and then we're over here doing it. So I don't want to get all into it, but that was my low, honestly. And I just happened to got named today.
That's why his low. I knew that was going to be his low
So
because it definitely is. It is something
it's
fresh.
fresh. And other than that, my week was, I mean, it was fucking great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I had a whole thing. We have a whole thing planned out. Uh, like, great trip. I mean, it was what we needed. We're beach
yeah,
people, so it's what we needed. So it was just like, it's one of those things where I'm like, kinda, I'm just happy that, I'm happy that I got true people around me. I still hang out with family, obviously, my cousin.
yep.
You know what
First
I'm saying?
cousins too.
So
I remember
like,
that.
it's not even about, it's just, I do want to hang, like I said, I do want to hang with your brother more. Like I told you earlier today, I do want to do that more,
Yeah,
but fuck it, bro. Family's family. I mean, all the people out there talking, listen to us right now, comment on your things about your family. I mean, what do you do with family members that you just don't seem to connect with fully? That's the problem. I think it's just like there's a certain, I don't even know what it
I can
is
relate to that
completely.
only
It's the
because
misunderstanding between each other. I know it's generations, and I get that, but it's just like God.
yeah, I can relate to that only because me and my dad's side of the family we do not get along at all. That's something that I will definitely not get into, just because that's just a different type of door. But
And that's
we
been something that's been down for years too.
yeah, since I was little, there was never ever no high in those relationships. As much as I would want them to be, there was never. I am definitely the black sheep of that family. I love them to death as much as a niece or grandchild or whatever would love another one, but I definitely understand where it comes from, disconnecting and not being able to connect with them because we definitely do not connect. They connect well with my brother.
Well, CJ kind of connects with everybody. CJ just kind of just rocks out, does his thing. C just kind of, he's just gonna just chill. So that's
True
how he's
fact, true
always been.
fact.
So, but we have strong personalities. We have opinions. We're not just like,
And that,
and
I
that's
think
the
that's what
problem.
I think it's also our sign. I'm a Sagittarius, and y'all know what y'all say about us good Sags. And my boy right here is a Leo,
Mhm.
so we are very very much strong opinionated. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me, I'm very rebellious if somebody's trying to tell me what to do. My shorty tells me all the time, like, you are her idol. I feel like she tells me all the time. That's why your cousin got it together because he
Now,
listened.
see, that's the thing. I don't, and then that's another thing. Say, this is on the outside looking in. We ain't got it together. We're out here working. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to. We're every. That's the thing. Every perception and comparison is everything. I've been reading a couple books, The Alchemist and the Four Agreements. Everybody should go out there and read it if you haven't read it.
Definitely
But
gonna try to
it's
read it.
again, it's just don't take anything personal. It's one of my main things I've been kind of living on right now. It's from the Four Agreements, and also you can't compare. Like
Right.
everybody has their issues. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's out there trying to make it, and that's what I mean. It's not like we don't. Me and her don't go through it. It's not like we're not arguing, but it's all about building and working and trying to be better, trying to be a better person every single day. Better you be a better you every day. That's the
Yeah, and
main
that's what I
key.
came at today. Me and her, we was going we going through our things, and but on top of me and her going through our things, it's like he said, me and the family. And I came to terms with today, like I was just defeated because I'm like the energy is not where I need to be at. Like I see a trend happening with our our grandmother, my mom, your mom, Aunt Angie. I see a trend happening with them, and I think that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to break that cycle, and we're doing it in our own way, but it's still coming out in the same effect
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
we're just trying to go our own separate ways or whatever.
We're just trying to do our own thing and make it work. That's all.
So yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They don't have to trust everything we're doing, but just trust that we're trying to that we're doing our best. That's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. I feel like I'm trying to do my best, you're doing your best. And I mean, obviously you can always do better, but again, like just it's all about getting better every day, just a little bit better every single day. That's like my whole key, my whole mantra has been these last just get a little bit better every day.
that's why my high was definitely going back to school because it's something that I know I wanted to complete. Like it felt good to get my bachelor's
Hmm.
degree. Like it felt good it really felt good to fucking finish. Like if anything, that shit felt real good to finish.
See,
So
I'm glad it because for me I didn't give a fuck.
that's why I say, and but it hurts not to do nothing with it. Like that, and I think that's where the discomfort comes in at for me. So I said, I want to go back and learn and really
I
focus
mean,
on my
honestly,
MBA again.
nowadays a bachelor's ain't gonna cut it nowadays.
Not
That's what
nowadays.
sucks. I mean,
Now when
nowadays
you
you
want
have
to
to have
compete with
if
Shirley,
you're gonna have a bachelor, you gotta have like 5, 10, 15 years of experience.
exactly, and that's
Which
what
is like,
I'm
nigga, I'm
saying.
only goddamn. How do you
That's
how
what I'm
was that?
saying.
But I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, most people nowadays you have to go out and get a second degree, some type of certification nowadays, and that's the annoying part because when it comes down to the actual job, the job ain't shit.
It's not. It's
The
just gonna
job,
pay real good,
yeah, like
and
they,
it's gonna be a nice little thing
all
for
it
you to
is gonna
get.
be, all that is like, are you able to handle us giving you this much cash or this type of salary?
Let me tell
And
you.
it's like, yeah, nigga, I'm an adult. Shit, look at my
Exactly.
face.
I'm just trying to put down a fucking house. That I think that's the main thing I want to do. I want a good paying job so I can buy a fucking house, something to call my fucking own, like
I
on
feel
some
you.
real shit. That's why I said I'm in a determined space. I'm not in a space that everybody will say, "Oh yeah, I'm in a a better space, a positive space." No, fuck that. I'm in a determined space, meaning I ain't playing around no more.
I
I'm
get it.
not with the bullshit no
I get it.
more. I'm not about to
Say it to
feed
yourself every day.
energy.
I'm in a determined
Yeah, I'm
space.
not gonna
I'm determined.
feed
I
into
like it.
energy that doesn't prosper me no fucking more. Like
That's what it's all
that,
about.
and the family was the last straw today for me. Like I love them to death, but it's time to leave
I
them.
was gonna. I wanted to tell Denise about the engagement. I wanted to talk to her about everything. We've been having our ups and downs, but I mean, she still raised me. I still love her. I'm still grateful for everything she did for me. So I'm trying to let her know this news. And it's just like every time I try to get back involved with the family, some shit happens. I take my hiatuses. I take my hiatuses. I got to.
My thing is right now, I just need to be like more like you. That's just my thing right now. Like my thing is, I'd be more like you and a little isolated. Things will start happening where I need it to like happen. So that's why I'm doing it. I know they love us or whatever. That's what's going to always be. But right now we just see differently, and I don't see nothing.
Best way to do is
I'm in
prove them
my
wrong.
I'm in
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to prove them wrong. So everything we're gonna do it, big because we're gonna prove them wrong. That's how I feel. You know.
we do that shit, bro. They gonna be on a different type of
I
level.
feel you. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, my whole goal has always been I want to be able to have something big enough to where the family could be a part of. Like I want to be able to have a company or some type of something like a nonprofit or some type of organization. Maybe some rental homes to where the whole family can just like live off of that. That's been my goal for the last like few years. I want to be able to have a compound a bunch of land and be able to have a little home back, a little tiny house or some shit for Geneve's in the back. You know what I'm
That's what's
saying?
up.
Like
That's
or
dope.
like the girls if they weren't the girls, I would love to have them like have a whole thing in the back. Like that's my dream. That's my goal. And it's just I would love some support, but it's not even about support. It's just about like you can do it. It's more or less is what I would love to have, like confidence. Somebody having an absolute confidence in whatever you're doing. I don't feel like our family. Unless if I was trying to be a preacher,
Yeah.
if I was trying to be a preacher right now, you best believe they would have everybody.
Real, that's real
But
because
anything else than that,
yeah,
it's
I
like
feel that.
they're like, nah,
But we still love them. But it's
it's
just
fam, it's family.
we going through something right now. We tell y'all this because like we not perfect. Nobody's perfect. If we share the same energy, if we was having different sides on this family thing right now, it definitely would be a more of a conversation. I promise you. If we was on different sides,
Mm.
but because we're on the same side right now,
Yeah, it's just a little bit weird. I mean,
it,
like I said, I'm trying. The whole part is I'm trying to be respectful and trying to like quote unquote be impeccable with my words. Yeah, I said it like just like the book, but so I'm trying to stand on business a little bit
right.
but at the same time let them know that like I am 33. I'm a grown man. Like I'm not. So can you treat me as such? I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
That's real
Like
shit though.
that's all it is. Like
That's real
I feel
shit
like
though.
sometimes they still look at us like we're little kids, and I get it. We're gonna always be like those little naive little kids, whatever they want to think of us. But we're a lot more than that at this point. Like I'm old, bro.
Old as fuck by this damn
Like
time.
I'm like, come
Niggas
on.
engaged.
We unks, nigga. Like
Niggas
we unks.
engaged.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
we are. We are for real, for real.
so. Anyway, so back to it. But I mean, like, honestly, the big news for me that's just like really hot on my mind, that's been kind of annoying the shit out of me because I've been thinking about the NBA, is Mike Malone getting fired. For some reason, it just annoys the crap out of me. Just
That
because
was a shocker.
I don't understand I don't understand why anybody would ever want to be an NBA coach.
Not only that,
I don't get it.
This is the second time they've done this where they taken somebody's good season. Mike Brown, you fired this man after he gotten y'all to a playoff, a Western Conference, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but they got them to the playoffs for one.
Mm-hmm.
They had a winning season for 2.
Mm-hmm. They've had a winning season for the last few, like the NBA championship. They have an MVP level player that he held. He's a part of that. I mean,
they became a threat, and now they're not a threat now.
They're a third seed. What do you mean they're not a threat now?
The Kings are a third seed?
No, you're talking about the Kings. I'm talking about
yeah, I'm talking about the Kings. Yeah, the Kings. Yeah, I was talking about the Kings because that's the team he got fired from.
No, he got fired from the Nuggets.
Yeah, Malone did, but I was talking about Mike Brown.
Oh, you're talking about Mike Brown too. Yeah, I lost you.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like now the Kings, they ain't shit now.
Nah.
But they got good players. They got DeMar Rosen.
I mean, they just had. I think they went off for like 80. DeMar and Zach LaVine. They had like 40 each or some shit like that the other night. But when they're doing the same thing in Chicago, they just were in Chicago. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't. They got good players. They got a triple double machine with some bonus. They got 2 really good wings. They got. I don't know who they have as a point guard right now. That's the big question.
They did the same thing. What they did, and what the funny part about it, when they fired Mike Brown, Malone came to his defense and said he's not surprised because that's the same behavior that he experienced.
Starting right now.
And then just to come back around and get fired the same exact way, like to fire him and he got a championship with him is crazy as hell. So
yeah, I mean they're being a 4th seed right now, still in big time. Everybody's still a little bit worried about the Nuggets. It's not like we're not worried about the Nuggets. I'm honestly really confused. I mean, they're 47-32.
Yep.
What more can an NBA coach do
with a stacked West? It's a stacked West.
What do you want us to do? What else? Like, I don't understand anybody ever want to be an NBA coach. That's the worst job in my opinion.
It is. It really is. It is.
Being a college coach is pretty bad as well because of how it's just you have no job security.
Yep.
I mean, if it's for any reason, you're out, bro. Like, bye.
They definitely don't have the fucking union.
Like, it don't make no goddamn sense. Like,
that is crazy.
Because he's gonna get another job, and I get that's the whole point. They're gonna just recycle him to another fucking team, and he's probably gonna be on a bad team for a while, and until he gets somebody good. But Mike Malone's a hell of a coach. I'm really confused. I mean, a lot of these coaches are really good, and they just get fired and get dumped off like there's nobody, and I don't get it.
And the problem is, like, especially, I hope he doesn't go to Philly because that's one team where they just recycle coaches like it ain't shit, and they try to do it to fit Joel Embiid, but they fail to realize Joel Embiid just sucks. Like, I'm just gonna call it what it is. Like,
I wouldn't put it in those words that
not
he
those
sucks,
words, but
I mean his game. If you don't. Being healthy and being able to play and being available is a skill set. Right. It is part of the game. So if you can't be healthy and you can't be out there, then you can't.
Suck. I'm sorry. Like, Zion Williamson, hell of a fucking player.
You can't stay healthy.
He fucking sucks.
You can't stay healthy. I get it.
If I knew that I can change the trajectory of a game by me being there and playing the full game, on every offseason, I'm in the gym losing weight.
That's the whole point.
I'm staying healthy so I can give my team an honest team. I mean, like a great chance to get to the playoffs, to be a contender.
I was just listening to Jaylen Brown. Shout out Jaylen Brown too. I think he's I don't think he's I like his game and all. I think Jason Tatum's still the best player in the Boston Celtics. But I like hearing him speak a lot. I think he's a great speaker. I think obviously he's a highly intelligent man. But he was on the $1 million worth of game podcast with Gilly and Wallow. You know that podcast at all? Anyway, Gilly and Wallow, wow. But they were talking about it, and that's what Jaylen Brown was talking about. They asked him, "How much do you spend on your body?" He was saying 500. He was saying almost like LeBron, $500K to $1 million a year. That's like trainers working out during the summertime. Like if you're not doing that, then what are you doing?
Exactly, and
your salary, part of your salary, you're getting $50 million, $100 million a year Put $1 million towards your bodies, strictly towards you being able to do your freaking thing. That all that is just investing into yourself.
Exactly.
To make sure that to ensure that you're going to get 300. He's the second highest paid player in the NBA.
Exactly.
Jaylen Brown's the second highest player in the NBA. Obviously, he's going to invest. I think it's Steph now.
It might be Steph or LeBron.
I think he just got that new contract. Steph did.
Yeah. And that, like, you know what, and that makes a good point, because Jaylen Brown, how many games have you saw him not be available? Exactly. So
he's barely unavailable.
Not Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, Mikal Bridges. Like
he hasn't lost a game.
He hasn't played. He hasn't not hit his high game in like 4 years or some shit like that.
Looney, Kevon Looney.
He's been out.
No, this season, last season.
Yeah.
He played all 82 games.
It really doesn't make sense to me. But he also has been he's been up and down.
Yeah, this year he's been.
But it really does confuse me why these people don't spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on their body at this point. Because look, why not? I don't understand. I get it. With Zion, I get the food tastes good. I get it. The women, I get it. Young, you're out there. You got all this money coming in. But at the same time, think about it, bro. Because if you don't do this, it's not that you're gonna be broke, but it's just gonna be everybody's gonna be like, I don't know. My pride wouldn't let me do it. I guess.
With some of these young cats need to understand, y'all worked y'all ass to get to this moment, to get to the draft, and hear your name called of whatever number. Y'all worked y'all ass to get there. Just to get there and be stupid.
Yup.
It's just beyond.
It's crazy. Me. That's crazy.
Just to get there and not work your ass off to keep it. Like, you can't just get to that.
You should be working even harder at that.
Exactly. Point. And think like, oh, this money gonna keep coming in, or this money's gonna keep. I'm like, no. What's the dude name that played for the Raiders or whatever team he played for, and he went out drinking, did like 100 and something miles per hour in L.A., killed the lady and her dog. He was a rookie. No, it's a couple of years ago. He's in jail now, but
oh shit,
he's in prison now. Yeah, you got to look that up. But
he said he killed a woman and a dog.
It was 3:00 in the morning.
Wait, she was walking her dog at 3:00 in the morning.
I don't know. I think it was just a two-car accident or whatever. But he killed her. Like, so and what really pissed me off with that, because he was a black dude and she was a white girl. So you see where I'm not trying to make it about race, but I am. At the same time,
I'm not going to do it, but listen, I'm going to
exactly
listen.
You work your ass to get there, just to make a stupid ass split decision. That's literally, like Tori said, 10 seconds of at any time can change the.
Earlier,
exactly. All it takes is 10 seconds to fuck up your life, and you out here drunk driving, because that's what he was on. He was drunk driving. I get it. Like you said, yeah, you're young or whatever, but don't be young and dumb. Yeah, have a manager who's gonna help. I get it. Some of these managers are cruel or whatever.
Yeah, pay somebody to just kind of watch over you.
But have somebody that's going to have somebody that has your best interests at heart to make sure you are taking care of your money correctly, so you're not out here partying like that.
You could just get your boy to just kind of like always be your DD, always look at your back. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. People fuck up, and people be like, the people that you trust, they fuck up. I get it, but we as black, young women and young men, we got to be better out here. So especially when you get to the NBA, you got to take care of your body. And I'm not saying that's what Zion's, not doing. I don't know what he's doing.
It's clearly something's happening.
But that's what I'm saying. Something's happened where he's not.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say it's.
But like you said, like, spend the money and go train better, because I want to see Zion Williamson in a fucking Western Conference final.
Right.
They probably was maybe the first round. So yeah, I want to see him in a deep playoff. And if that means leading him to if that means him going, staying healthy for the all season, yeah, I think he should do.
Nope, never mind. He has not played in any NBA playoff season.
So yeah, there it is.
6 seasons. I think it's been in 6 seasons. It's crazy.
Out of the 6 seasons, I want to see him. He's played in the play-in tournament, so that's probably But yeah, I want to see him in a playoff. I want to see him in a playoff series. I think he will be dominant. I think he will be a threat.
Yeah, but when he plays, it's absolutely crazy.
Exactly.
The nigga is so good when he's playing. Exactly. I didn't think that gameplay would translate, but God damn it, it did.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I would love to see him. I would love to see him, and I would love to see Anthony Davis stay healthy for 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I mean consistently, yeah, but hey, bro, they are going to be.
They are
I hope
nasty.
they're going to be. I hope. I really want to see Kyrie, AD, and God. I want to
Yeah,
see them
they
play
are
together. They
nasty
going
when
to
they
be
stay
good.
healthy. I don't see a team
Like
beating them.
AD is really.
Next season, they're going to be a
And that's what
problem.
I was thinking about today. I was like, also like, I would trade AD for Luca. Like that shit. I mean, like I get it. Luca puts 38 and 5, but that doesn't make up for 27, 12, 5 blocks.
Because
Dude, that doesn't count deflections. That doesn't count all the times that he made shots. He altered shots. Like I mean,
yeah,
the
and let's
things that
talk about
Anthony
it
Davis does on the defensive end, and then also is able to be dynamic on the offensive end.
I'm glad I got my
I don't.
phone.
I do not. For me personally, as somebody who hooped at a low level, I do not respect anybody who does not play both ends. So
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting ready to
I
bring up.
can't
So,
rock with it.
what was the game? It was a game that the Lakers, yeah, the Lakers and the Warriors played. Luka Doncic was shut down. He had 8 rebounds, 7 assists. He shot. He only had 19 points, and he was like what 0 and 9 from the 3 point
What game
game.
was that?
The Warriors.
And
They
so
lost.
and then so what did the point guard counterpart have? What did Steph have?
Oh, Steph dropped 38 points.
Exactly.
So then you turn around and you go against. They play the Rockets. He had 20 points, and he shot a three ball. So the reason why I bring it up is that Luca, he doesn't play defense, and when the right defense gets to him, he's shut down. I watched that whole game and I saw how they defended Luca.
Yeah.
There was not one
I mean, for
person
the
that was on
Lakers, it's
him.
definitely going to be all. I think it's going to be all about what Austin Reeves does in the playoffs. If he's able to be extremely dynamic night in and night out, he is a difference maker. This is my same thing I said with the Thunders with Chet Holmgren. It really just depends if those players are able to be consistent. I need a consistent like 20 points every single night. He needs to be able to drop 20 to 25 every night, eight assists, 6 to 8 assists. Like he needs to be dynamic every single night in the playoffs. And if he's able to do that, then I think you're going to be doing well. Because Austin Reeves does play hard on the defensive end, so
Yep,
I'm always going to respect him. Yeah, but I just think that's going to be the only issue I would ever have with Luka is that he can't play defense. And I think once he starts to play defense a little bit, then I'll fuck with you. And I'm not talking about few possessions every once in a while. I think that's really annoying. All the Luka fans will show like a handful of possessions and be like, look, you see, he plays defense. It's always those same Serbian dudes who always fucking love. But like, it's not. He doesn't. Like, I need it consistently every like. Again, I was watching that podcast and Jalen Brown was talking about like I'm having to guard Tyrese Maxey full court.
Right.
So he's doing that and then still dropping 25.
Exactly.
Tell me if he can do that.
Exactly.
And stay healthy because Luka's not exactly healthy as
AD can
well.
play defense. I feel like if AD gets shut down offensively, he can still go out there and get 12 rebounds,
He
10
can still give
assists,
you
and
big numbers.
10 points. He feel like he can be very effective if he can't shoot the three ball. Luka was not effective at all. He didn't play defense. Steph Curry went off for 38 points, almost a 40 ball. So, and he didn't help that team win. So, but did you also know that they fired the general manager
For the
for
Nuggets?
Denver?
Yeah, these people
Shout
flow.
out to you, the girls on UConn for winning the
Yeah,
Natty
it's dope.
championship,
That's
and
dope.
also shout out to
Buckets.
Florida Gators for
Yeah,
men's
Buckets.
championship for winning it.
One of the Duke Dwayne, but whatever.
Yeah, he's a Duke
I
lover. We
think that'd
know
be
that.
before he came to the league. That would have been dope. But
That
like
definitely
you
would have been
said, it was a
dope.
good season. I mean, he had an incredible season. I think he had a really incredible conference. I think again, it sealed his number one. I don't think anybody can say that Ace Bailey is a number one. I don't think he possibly can. I think he sealed it for me personally. I think he is the number one pick in the draft. I think it'd be really great if he came to Charlotte. I think that'd be dope with him being Mel. And the wings with LaMelo. But we'll see.
And speaking of Lamelo, and Charlotte, we also need to pay our respects. Well, there's really no respect, but say a prayer to Jalen Wells. He got injured off of a dunk attempt.
Everybody's out.
Yeah, he was taken out of the game on the stretcher.
We won 19 games this year. 19
Yeah.
games.
Speaking of the NBA, Adam Silver announced his plan to implement a 4-point line starting next season. How do you feel about that?
Are these April Fool?
No, I'm dead ass. This is playmaking the hoops.
Is that real?
I'm not really sure. That's what I said.
Implement a 4-point line.
Well, 3 different sides, I would believe so now.
I don't know. I got to see if that's true or not.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to.
I don't know if how I feel about a.
I think that's just fucking stupid.
I don't know. The game is just changing so much. I don't know. I mean, I get it. It's just.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
The game is just. It's almost like it's coming gimmicky at this point. But I mean, that's probably what people thought when the 3-point line came. So I don't want to be those old heads who are saying shit like that. But
on the flip side,
that's
who
crazy.
would make the first 4-pointer?
Who plays? It depends who plays that. Who plays that night.
You already know they're gonna have stuff playing that first night.
That would be cool to be the first person to do the first 4-point. Who was the first 3-point line in history? I wonder who made that point. That's cool. It would be cool. It would be cool to make the first person who made the 4-pointer.
So are we? So if they implement that next year, are we both going to say Steph? Because if they have it, they're going to have it opening night. So
they're going to have it opening night.
So
they're going to have. I think it's only right that you allow Steph to have.
It's only right if you have a 4-point line thing next year.
I think it's only.
You don't have Stephen Curry in it playing that fucking game.
Kind of have.
You have to because he owns the record. He has 4,003.
It's just because he's the greatest shooter of all.
So you have to.
So you have to give him the nod to have the very first.
Y'all heard it here.
First point.
Y'all heard it here. You're killing me. Smalls is predicting the Warriors playing in opening night next year. You have to. Adam Silver. If you have any other team in the West other than the Warriors and whoever the fuck else playing in the West next year, we're gonna have.
I know you're listening. Fight.
Yeah,
I know you listen to our podcast. So.
That ass because there's no other way. Like that man has over 4,000 threes now. So if you implement that line, Steph Curry has to play that game.
I think you have. I think it's only right for him to have the very first in a record.
Yep.
Because he has. Especially if he gets fourth, because he's about to hit. Well, he already hit 4,000.
Yeah, he already hit 4,000.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to give him a four. You got to. I think it's only right.
Speaking of Steph Curry, like
he got shut down the other night, though. They shut that nigga. They shut my boy Steph down.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about, though.
They kicked that nigga out the kitchen. They said, "Chef, get the fuck out my kitchen." I'm sorry. Continue. Okay. I didn't mean to disrespect your God. My fault. Speaking of Steph.
Anyways.
Speaking of
Steph, he is number 5 on the MVP ladder. Did you know that?
I mean, he should be. Yeah.
He should, and he is the one rising. Shea, Nikola Jokic, Giannis,
he's number 1. Shea still.
Jason Tatum, they're all trending left and right. Steph Curry's trending up. He's playing better. He's playing basketball.
I mean, he's been incredible those last right before that 3-point fucking stinker.
We're gonna get into that in a minute because
those last couple, that boy was out here balling. That boy was out here balling. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So, are you really? Is that a thumb you got? Oh, damn it! Where'd you have that?
I just found it.
Huh?
I just found it.
What do you mean you just found it?
It was in my shirt.
Mm-hmm. Was that like?
I don't have a paper, so no.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
You just found the thumb in your.
Mm-hmm.
Just.
And I was looking for it too, so.
So you knew you were missing it?
Yeah, and I was wondering where it was at.
Oh, okay, I thought you were just like reaching in your pocket like you found $1. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, that's $20.
I was just saying that happened today.
So you just rolled up a thumb.
Yeah,
put it in your pocket. Forgot it was there.
Yeah,
that's actually smart because I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start putting leaving J's in certain spots, so then I can be like, oh,
definitely got to do that. So,
oh god, I hate when these fucking.
He does. He really does. I'm gonna stop smoking. That's gonna be a thing for me. But
you done smoke? Think so?
Baby.
Why? What makes you want to stop?
Like sometimes we, could save money.
Turn it down. We don't get more copyright.
Ooh, that's what I was trying to bring up. So, pause on the weed thing real quick. Y'all, Chris Brown has a concert coming up. It's called the Breezy Bowl. Oh, that's why that was playing. I do apologize.
The Breezy Bowl.
Go get your
I keep
tickets.
seeing all these girls doing those things on the internet about like people just doing the sketches about like they're buying tickets
Yeah,
and not inviting their man to the ticket.
yeah, because he does the meet and greets, and last year, the last time he did it,
Chris Brown grabs my girl cheeks,
but
that'd be the last cheeks he grabs.
But that's what she requested. You have to get mad at her. He's not just openly however you request a pose, he gets paid to do
I don't
it.
like how you said that. My girl wouldn't request for cheeks being grabbed by.
Do you see what these women are requesting? You got one of them requesting to grab cheeks, one of them got her leg on his thigh, the other one he's on one knee proposing. Like these girls got a fantasy. I'm waiting for a girl to say
that's
that
gonna be you. You gonna be bent over like
no, 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 no.
Imagine
No,
you gonna be
no.
gonna be bent over your Levi's.
I think the perfect thing me and Chris Brown is gonna do,
And that's just like this. He was like, oh my god.
is us passing the blunt. I think so.
Okay.
Other than that, but I do want to rub against his,
What do we? What's? I don't know. What are you talking about? Rub against his what?
I want to rub against his arm. I want to be like, yeah, I touched Chris Brown.
You want to rub against his?
Just be like, hey, I touched Chris Brown.
That's what you want to rub against his arm.
Hell yeah. Okay. You want?
I don't. I don't care.
Chris Brown stood in the middle of us right now. Hey, Chris, you not grab you. Hey.
No, I'm actually I'm gonna I might actually scoot over a little bit. Just
why to give him some room?
Yeah, because
not me.
I'm not gonna be up in it.
Hey, Chris.
I don't give a fuck about. I mean, I like Chris Breezy. Chris Breezy's one of my favorite R&B artists. He's probably, I mean, all time is MJ and then probably Chris Breezy as my all time favorite like male artist.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
But I wouldn't. But
that's why I brought him up because he got a world tour right now, and he added Washington on there. So I'm definitely about to try to catch some tickets because Atlanta is sold out. Definitely about and those.
Where you trying to where's it going to be at for you to catch tickets?
Washington D.C.
Oh, that's dope. I'm hopefully getting this grant, and part of my grant, we were talking about going to Washington. I'm going to go to, but in Italy as well. But ooh, I would love to go to Washington. We might be thinking a train to Washington D.C. Like a nice little train, bring the camera. You know what I'm saying?
That would be a great night, a great day out. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But take it to Washington. Talking about D.C. right now. Yeah. Taking it to D.C. That's Chocolate City. I've never been to D.C. That's one of her favorite places, so I've been trying to go.
This is that I've never been, so that's amazing.
Yeah, I want to go. I hear it's incredible over there. I mean, I hear it's it's still a big city, so it has its issues, but I think I hear all in all it's pretty dope. So, cause I'm not a big New York guy. I don't give a fuck about New York, to be honest with you. Personally, I think one of my favorite cities to go to was Chicago. I love when I went to Chicago. Okay.
We just say this right now. I ain't been nowhere other than Charlotte, Charleston, Atlanta, and that's about it. Oh, I've been to New York, New Jersey, and Boston.
So you went to Black City. Oh, you went to New York and when did you go to there?
A while ago, actually.
For what?
Just got in the car, took a drive. Back in my wilder days.
You got in the car and just drove. What?
Something like that, yeah. Something like that.
Apparently, you don't want to get into it. So anyway,
what's a wild time back then?
I don't even know what that even means. I don't even know what that even.
That's a wild
time you drove to Boston.
Yeah.
It's not a wild time. That just seems like my mama didn't like a hassle.
There.
Just drove to Boston. Why Boston? You just kept on going straight?
No, a girl at the time, she
lived in Boston.
No, she needed a ride to Boston.
Things people do for women.
No, I don't even think it was that. I think at the time, like I said, I was in my wild days.
It doesn't make sense. Your wild days doesn't mean take a trip, drive 25 hours to Boston.
I mean, I was bored at that time.
It doesn't.
At that time, I didn't have a job, but I had money coming in. The job I did have.
That doesn't make sense either.
I'm going to tell you, the job I did have, I was working at the Carolina Stadium. We only worked on Sundays. So I was off throughout the rest of the week. She needed a ride. I said, you know what? I ain't doing shit. You got the gas money. I'll take you.
So you got to drive back, though?
Yeah. Me and two of her friends drove back.
Okay.
So, yeah, I didn't drive the whole
What do you mean two of her friends? Do you know these people? But like but you said two of their friends. So how close
Well,
did you know?
I mean, we wasn't close like texting like that, but every time we hung out, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, like I said, I was, young as fuck.
Y'all be doing the girls do. A nigga would never drive back with two dudes. I would never drive back with
Oh
two
hell
or
no, he
three
definitely not
niggas
driving with
that I barely like that are just I would never.
Yeah,
I
no.
wouldn't trust these niggas to get me back safe. I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
no. Yeah, no. No, see, I was smart how I did it. They drove I drove first when they were on the way to
Mm-hmm.
Boston. I drove first. And then they finished. So then when we got to Boston, they started. So when we got to Charlotte, I finished. So if some shit popped up, guess what? Wake up,
That's crazy.
Tootsie roll out the car.
Nah, I'm
You know what a
good.
Tootsie roll is?
A Tootsie Roll?
Yeah, open the door and jump the fuck out the car.
A Tootsie Roll?
That's what I call it.
I call it. Okay,
Tuck
anyway.
and roll out the car.
Tootsie Roll.
Out the car.
All right, anyway. We're talking to basketball. We're talking about you going to Boston. Anyway.
Home of the Celtics. Speaking of the Celtics, I think they're gonna win a championship this year.
Nah, I don't think they're gonna win shit.
Who the fuck is beating them?
I already told you last. I think the Thunder
OKC.
can beat them. I think
See, they are
they look
playing the
really good though.
Lakers.
But I keep watching the games and I'm starting to see
If they lose right now to the Lakers because they lost, they got beat last time. Oh, and they lost.
who.
Oh no, wait, no, today's Sunday. I
It
lied.
doesn't matter. So last like couple, they have like 2 more weeks. It doesn't matter. These games don't matter.
Oh,
These games
they
don't matter.
winning
They don't
anyway.
matter to the Thunder and the Cavs. These games are just like,
It don't matter to them, but it matters
let's
to
get.
Lakers because they're seeding.
That's what I'm saying. Right now for the Thunder, they're 64.
Yeah, the Thunder don't care. If I was them, I wouldn't even be playing Shea now. I'd arrest them because you already in the playoffs.
No, I don't like the thought of resting people at all. I think you get paid a lot of money, you fucking play. Maybe don't play like 42
Play the whole
basketball
game.
minutes,
Okay, yeah.
but I think you should
And don't
always
start the
I think
second
you should
half.
always be getting a little.
Yeah, and don't start the
Saying
second half
just getting shots up.
because it's evident that when a team sweeps another team, that that next game or the next series, they're not as good because they ain't been playing.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They always have that drop period. And it's
Yep,
just like they got to
yep,
get their shot going, get their rhythm going.
yep.
But
Bless you, bless you, bless you. Three times, three times.
uh-huh.
So besides anything else, let me make sure we covered everything. Let's go over the scores right now, and then we're gonna go over seeding. So the Celtics they're in a overtime, 12.6. They are 5 points on the Knicks. If they happen to play round one, that's gonna be a hell of a series. The Timberwolves and the Bucks are in a fighting match. There's 3 minutes and 16 seconds left.
Wait,
Timberwolves
who
are
was
up
that
by
again? The
one.
who?
Timberwolves and the Bucks, 98-97. The Lakers are down by 8 in 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. The Warriors and the Suns are playing now, but the Suns are playing without Kevin Durant. The Warriors are up 19-10. The Grizzlies beat the Hornets 124. The Cavs, of course, beat the Bulls by 22 points. Pacers beat the Wizards. The Hawks and the Magic is going. They play against each other the first round in the play-in tournament, so they're already warming up. The Magic just beat the Hawks 119 to 112. That's going to be a hell of a one-game series. And then the Knicks beat the Pelicans, of course, only by 5 points. And then the Clippers and the Suns are playing in 13 minutes. So, out of all those scores, I think the one thing that I am interested in seeing in a playoff series is the Celtics and the Knicks. I think that's going to be a hell of a first round series.
I don't think so. Well, I guess it depends on how good Jalen is when he comes back.
Yeah, that's the only
'Cause
thing
he's
that's
been
depending on
injured.
if he's healthy.
They're not. It really shows how much they ain't shit without him.
Exactly, because right now,
Their
like,
whole offense kind of breaks down without Jalen. To be honest with you, it's
mhm,
kind of annoying. Like Cat can't work. Cat's
yep.
not as big of a threat without Jalen out there. Mikhail, they don't allow Mikhail. It's all weird whenever Jalen's not out there.
Porzingis has 34 points. He's 8 from 13 from the 3-point line. So
He needs a good break out
yeah,
there.
he definitely do.
Because he hasn't really had a really big game.
It's crazy because Carl Towns got 34 points too, but he's 1 from 3 from the 3-point line. He has 14 rebounds. I told you he's a rebound machine, and he's
He's
14
been
from
doing well
21.
this season. I mean, I think
Yeah.
Carl Towns has been kind of showing how important he
And
is.
Brunson is playing. He's 4 from 11 from the 3-point
He's
line.
out. He's back. I didn't know he's like
Yeah,
no.
24
Hold on,
points. 9 assists. He is back. So yeah, they just probably getting their ass whooped.
Oh, that's a good game right now. 112, 117.
Definitely a good game. So yeah, they're about to lose though because it's 5.4. They're down by 5. Drew Holiday has 14. Jason Tatum 32 points. See, and then when you have like a Drew Holiday, a Jason Tatum, and a Porzingis playing really good, it's hard to beat that team. And then you got Derek White with 14 points.
I mean, like I said, Boston's a really good team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I just think,
Brian
again, I've seen cracks in their game. If you
Yeah.
can really, if you can really focus on one of them and allow the other one to kind of get off, and then just play the rest of the team. I mean, I think if Porzingis is going to have 30, it's going to my whole statements are off. But I think if you really focus on one of the Jays, I think like instead of trying to like have both, I don't, because it's hard to explain when I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've seen. I think the Cavs could get them. I don't think they win. I don't think. I think the Thunder would beat them. I think a lot of teams from the West would beat them in a 7-game series. To be honest with you, I really think the Cavs can get them. I think Evan Mobley, the combination of Evan Mobley and Jared Allen down in the middle, and then having somebody dynamic like Donovan and Darian.
Yeah, Evan Mobley, he had 11 rebounds, 21 points, 8 from 18 from the field goal, and he was 3 from 6.
Like Knicks right now, are up. They're going down by 2 right now.
Yeah, the game over though.
Oh, final over.
Yeah,
final over. Within overtime.
And then Garland, he had 28 points. So yeah.
But yeah. All right, it's getting kind of cold out here. You trying to wrap it up a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So tonight, we talked about other shit other than basketball. That just goes to show you that our podcast is just not about basketball. It's about real life shit too. Like, I kind of got a little bit personal. He got a little bit personal. So it just goes to show you, like, our podcast is definitely.
Well, we're just trying to get more comfortable in the mic. We're talking in front of everybody. Again, this is kind of weird to be doing. To be honest, it's like this type of thing that we do normally. At least I don't talk to myself or talk to the camera every day. I don't know about you, but I don't do that shit. So it's just weird. So we're trying to get more comfortable with it. So I'm glad y'all rocking with us. So we've been seeing the views. I've been seeing the views.
You've been seeing.
I see like a couple. I mean, it's only been like 2 or 3.
Stay with us.
But it's dope to see that people are watching us. So keep it up. Thank you guys for rocking with us as we keep growing. Because I'm gonna drop a couple episodes. You're gonna see this one. I probably already dropped 2 more that you probably already listened to already. But it's gonna be a lot this week. And again, I want to put into the Instagram. We're gonna repost it again. Again, people reach out, call in.
And the question of the day is: what's your high? What's your low? Tell us for the week.
In the comments.
What's your high? What was your low?
Know. And again, if you want unsolicited advice, we got you.
Yep.
Talk to us, okay? And we out.
We are definitely out. This has been another banger.
Peace out.
Ooh.